Hi ladies, this is Deb with the Crafty Texas Woman, and I am here to share a tutorial. As y'all know, over at CCL, the design team over there has been doing a card month, and there's been several tutorials: Show Me, Teach Me Tuesday, Store It Sunday, and Tools of the Trade. So what I wanted to do was show you about layering. I mean, this is a very, very simple procedure, is layering your cards. But when I first started making cards or watching videos on seeing how people made their cards, it's like, oh my gosh, how'd they do that? I didn't know. I thought what they did was they took their cardstock and they cut the center of this out like a frame, and then they had to put this behind it, or vice versa, and they just, I didn't know how they did it so perfectly square. So, and then as I learned, and I've learned so much, that all you do is just lay it on top of each other. And, you know, I didn't know. Not being a card maker, not knowing. So, you know, I was making things more complicated than what they actually needed to be. So I just wanted to share what I learned and what I, you know, I've learned for a long time. But for new card makers or new crafters, you know, it's just basic information. So what we're going to do is I cut out my white cardstock, and in one of the Teach Me Tuesdays tutorials, we did about stressing your edges, and that was Carly. So go back and check out her video, and you know, she'll tell you all about how you stress your cards. And then so I did. And then so what I did with this piece of designer paper, I cut this by 5 1/4 by 4. This is for this piece of paper. Okay. Also, I did a tutorial on cards, what A cards are, A2, A4, A6, 7, 9. So go back and check it out. So anyway, this is an A2, which is 5 1/2 by 4 and 4 1/4. And this I cut out, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. And then my top layer is 5 by 3 1/4. And they're just going to lay on each other. Okay. And then this is a piece of lace that I'm going to put on there. And so what I did was I went ahead and I just, you know, taped it on the back, or, you know, attached it to the back. And then so now what I'm going to do is I am going to attach these two cardstocks on top of one another. And what I use, I did a tutorial on adhesives, but what I use is my ATG gun. I love my ATG gun. So I'm just going to run some tape across here. Go right across my trim. Go across the top. And here. Just a little bit down there. And that's how I put my adhesives, is right along the edges, and then just a little strip in the center. And then what we want to do is we want to layer these, and they're 1/4 inch difference, so we want to try and get them evened up as best as we can. And sometimes I am not the best person to get things straight. But looks like this one came out okay. So that is part of your layering. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I can attach it here and on my cardstock right there. So that is going to be the base of your card. So I can go ahead and do that. I thought I would embellish it first, but I'm not. Whoops, wrong gun. So I'm going to go ahead and attach it to my cardstock. there's been a whole lot of information over on CCL pertaining to, basic card information. So there's been about products and tools that it takes to make cards, our input on what we like the best and what we use. So, check it out. So here I have this layered on here. Okay, so that is my layering. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to embellish the card because I want to finish it. What I will do is I'm going to start with my stuff that I'm going to slip under my my lace right here. I'm going to put it as an angle. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue here. I'm just going to kind of tuck it under there, and then I am going to put this under here, and that's going to hold my little pearl trim down. Okay, right like that. Also, I'm going to add some of the black bling bling trim. I've lost my train of thought. It's the mesh bling, I'm sorry. And so I want to make sure I have the right side. And then I'm just going to add that right up at the very top. So I'm going to use a little bit of glue just to go along the edge. And that, it's going to hold my lace in place, plus my mesh bling. So there's that. Just kind of scoot it up a little bit. So I have that right there like that. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add some flowers right along the sides here. See how I want to do this? Just like that. So I always like to lay things out first. And I'm going to use my hot glue for this as well. And I'm just going to put it right where I want it. Just like that. And I just kind of hold it for it to kind of cool off a little bit and get into the spot. So hopefully you can see that. I'm still in frame. Okay. And then I'm going to put this other little flower up on here. I need to curl this over a little bit because it's too big. Okay, there. And I'm going to add a little bit of glue. And I'm just going to put it right there. Just kind of bunt them up together. And then these are some little roses, little baby roses. Kind of use those for fillers. Okay, I'm going to stick that right there. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Almost scared me for a second. I didn't think I was recording. So those are my embellishments right there. Okay. And then also I have this little butterfly that I want to add. And I'm going to just put it right down here. And I'm just going to put a little glue on it. And I'm going to attach it right there. And then hold it for a minute. Then I have it right there. Oh, glue. Glue strings. And then also I've made this little sentiment, which I cut it out with one of my punches, and then a butterfly. I don't know if you can, there, you might be able to see it there. And I'm going to attach it right here. And I'm going to use my pop-up dots. And these are the little squares. And this gives it dimension. And you just need to pop them on here. Just like this. Hopefully I'm still in frame. Always stop to check to make sure I'm in frame because I want you all to see. Okay. And then I'm just going to peel off the little paper on the back. And this really is, you know, all there is to, you know, like layering your cards and stuff. I think that, you know, some of us seem to make a bigger deal out of it, or we try to make things complicated, and it's really not complicated. So there is the front of my card. And that's all the layering I'm going to do. But I do want to do it on the inside of my card. I like to also add, you know, sometimes I'll add the white cardstock on here to write on. But since it's already white, I'm not going to. But I am going to add a piece of the paper that I used on the bottom, or on the back, to line inside here. So I'm going to use my my tape gun again, and I'm just going to go right along the edges. Okay, and I'm going to go right under the designs from my punch. Okay, and then I'm going to put that in here. So I just try to layer that, or lay that down where it's straight. There you go. So there's my card. I hope that y'all like it, and I hope that, you know, you'll start layering, or, you know, doing different things to the card. Like I say, you know, when I first started making the cards, or not making them, but seeing them, I mean, everything had a sticker on it. There was a sticker here, a sticker there, and a sticker here. And I just thought, okay, well, these look kind of funky, and I wanted to do something. I wanted to embellish my cards. I wanted things to pop out, and I just wasn't quite sure how to do it. And so this is what I did, and this is, you know, hopefully y'all like it, and, you know, try it. Just try different things. So y'all go for it, and I hope to see you over at CCL and check out some of the tutorials that we have done. So I will leave a link at the bottom so that y'all will be able to find, or, you know of CCL. So thank you very much, and I hope y'all have a super duper weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.